What's up, guys? RyHo here. Once again, folks, taking a look at another horror movie and the horror film reviews. And today, we are looking at another short film. A while back, I did one for Loss of Hope, which was a Scott Goldberg joint. And today, we're looking at another New York-based filmmaker, another short film. So, yeah, today we're looking at Cottonmouth, as you can see from above here. Cottonmouth is a film by Christopher P. Garetano, who you would know from, if you've seen it, Horror Business, which was this really cool documentary he did a while back. I saw it, it's got to be over a year ago now, something like that. It was really weird. I'd heard about it on Dead Pit. Listening to this show one day, kind of like walking around, and I just happened to pop into a Rogers video. And I was just kind of going through the horror section. They had a decent horror section to this Rogers. It was a little bit better than the Blockbuster, and that was pretty much all you had to rent movies in this town. It was a really small town, and they happen to have a copy of it. I don't know. I found it very strange that they had one, sort of random, but I picked it up and checked it out, and it was really cool. It goes through sort of the strife of independent horror filmmakers these days. Try to put out a new product in like a world where everybody wants, well, they don't want to see, but we're sort of have these remakes jammed down our throat and shit. So it's a really cool documentary, which you should also check out. But we're actually not talking about that one today. We're talking about Cottonmouth. So to get into Cottonmouth, before we get into it too much, I think you should watch it. So if you haven't watched it already, now would be a good time to pause this. Maybe go over there and come back. You can watch it for free at cottonmouth.tv. I'll link it over here too. You can just click on the film and it comes up. It's like 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes or something like that. So yeah, you should definitely do that now and come back and I'll talk about the movie a little more. Are you back? You back now? You better run and watched it. I'm gonna ruin it for you in about 2 seconds. Giving you a big spoiler alert. Okay, well, the film is sort of based off, well, it is based off of, I guess it's a comic, it's like a mini-series, I believe. It was done by Steve Bissette, who did like Swamp Thing and Taboo in comics, and he did this, I guess, this little mini-series in a comic, sort of like EC Comics or something like that, called Gore Shriek. And it was, well, the story that we should have just watched. And the story bases around this guy who's having like a nightmare. And he's sort of seeing ghosts of these people that he, I guess, directly or indirectly may have involved in their deaths. I guess the background story is that maybe he's like a PR person or a spokesperson or something of that nature for a company that does like tampons. It's kind of a weird fucking story. I guess the tampons are killing people. Anyway, that's not the point of it. I think this is actually ripped from the headlines, like an actual story that may have been many years ago, where people, like I think women were getting septic shock from certain brands of tampons or something like that. So, this guy, I guess he would have, been the spokesperson, or maybe somebody else behind the scenes or something like that that said, there's nothing wrong with these, there's no clinical proof that this is happening, nobody's dying from our tampons, and did take the product off the shelves, and as a result, many people are apparently dying from the product before they, really, scientifically proved that it was doing it, took it off the shelves, and big controversy and all that stuff. So he's in the throes of a nightmare, and he's sort of seeing these ghosts, and they're stitching his mouth closed. That's the coolest thing. There's this really great effect where they're actually these great big, like, nasty strings, like that, and they're stitching them up like this, and I guess that's where they get the term cottonmouth, that, or, the tampon thing. I'm not going to explain that to you. I think you can put that together, people. Come on. But anyway, yeah, it's just this really great effect where it looks like this ghost woman, and the ghost people are a really cool effect too, like a creature of makeup and stuff like that. And it's just this surreal. I think he titles it a fantasy nightmare in the thing, and that's a great title for it because it really is a cool little It looks like Creepshow, like an episode of Creepshow to me, sort of. Only, you know, much more condensed, and not a bunch of character development, things like that going on. But a really short, sort of something you'd see like that, and it fits the bill because, you know, it's sort of based on this comic from Gore Shriek, and, you know, Creepshow is sort of based off the EC Comics. So I thought that was really cool, and it's a lot of cool like colored lighting effects, like Argento would use, or well, George Romero, I guess, since he did do some. I thought there was a lot of colored lighting in Creepshow, and it's sort of, you know, comes back to the comics, because the comics, they would often sort of just, you know, bleach the page with a lot of one color, or, you know, a couple of like bright blues and reds and yellows and things like that. I don't know, I can't say enough about it. I thought it was really great. Really enjoyed it. I watched it a couple of times now. It's so cool because it's only like 7 minutes, so you can throw it on and watch it. And yeah, I think if you haven't checked it out, which you should have before my review, you should go check it out right now. The link's there. Yeah, if you can get your hands on Horror Business too, in some fashion or another, you should definitely check that out too, because it's a very cool little documentary. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say on it. Yeah, that's Cottonmouth. Before I end the video, though, I wanted to throw this out there. I've got some ideas for a few more horror reviews. Well, I got a bunch more actually planned, but, you know, we'll see when they get done and that sort of thing. And I guess I'm not saying that I'll do these right away, but what I'm asking maybe is, I think it'd be kind of cool if you guys gave me some input in the comments while you're letting me know what you think of Cottonmouth. You can also let me know if there's any movies you'd like me to review, anything you think that I may not have seen, or something you find interesting, want to hear my opinion on it, something like that, just to get some more input from you guys. I get some people that send me PMs and things like that, asking me if I'm going to do certain movies, and there's some that I do have planned that I'll do down the road when I get a chance. A couple that I wanted to do for a long time now, and just sort of steamrolled through a bunch of other ones, Friday the 13th and everything like that happened. And a couple of new ones that are coming out recently that I want to check out too. So I've got some planned, and so I'm not saying like you know, you give me a list and I'll just go through them. But it'd be cool if you guys throw some at me, and then whenever I need to come up with one, I can go and look at that, and I'm actually reviewing stuff that you guys would like to hear me talk about. So that's my idea. I hope you guys give me some ideas. I know, like I said, I'm already getting ideas from you guys all the time in emails and PMs and all that stuff. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of Cottonmouth. Let me know what movies I should maybe take a look at next. And yeah, that's it, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace. Oh, and I almost forgot. Today is Earth Hour. 8:30 tonight. Anywhere you are, local time. I want all your shit off. I want your fucking TVs off. You can charge up your computer and use that if you want, but fucking lights out, everything like that. Get together with family, friends, light some candles, play some games, board games, like shit like that. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you know, turn your power off for the Earth for 60 minutes. That big a deal? Not really? Do it. Do it.